Here's the Bossa Nova pattern we'll be studying on the video. Ba, do, do, ba, dee, da. Here's how I can describe the strum. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. That's the 2-bar pattern. Once more. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. Okay? I'll count it out while I'm playing. 1, 2, 2, da, do, da. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. Up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Now we have a couple of ways to go here. If you think you can pick it up from what I've just demonstrated, then just run the video back and play it over and over and see if you can fall into what my rhythm pattern is. If you can, then you can skip kind of quickly over the middle section of the video and go towards the end, where I'll be doing some variations and some sophistications on this pattern. But in the middle of the video also I talk about 1-bar patterns, 1-bar strums, which are also quite useful, but I'm going very slowly. Now if this is difficult for you at all, then just stick with it here, and I'm going to go through the rhythm pattern step by step, strum by strum, very slowly, so that you'll be able to pick it up. Let's start at the very beginning and talk about just what the right hand's doing for a strum. What you saw me doing there when I was demonstrating was I was playing mostly with my thumb, and I do that when I want to play more softly. I use the flesh, whether it's my thumb going this way or the fingers even going this way with flesh. It keeps the sound a little softer, a little more muted. When I want to get the sound louder, I get the fingernails involved. What I was doing there was my downstrokes, it was all flesh of the thumb. But then when I go up, I'm catching the nail a little bit. And sometimes it's all nail, depending on the angle of my thumb, or sometimes a cross between flesh and nail. And then when I want to play loud, I use all my fingernails, the whole hand, and I'm getting pretty much nails all the way. Sometimes I catch a little bit of flesh on my fingers going back up. Now, whatever you're doing is just fine. Work with whatever you do. Don't try to change anything just to work with the Bossa Nova rhythms here. Just do what's natural. Often when I'm demonstrating, you'll also see me playing the strum way up here on the neck. Now that's not how I usually play. I do it when I'm demonstrating in the video to try to get everything within the lens. Usually I play back here. We're going to make it easy on ourselves and learn this 2-bar pattern in 2 distinct halves. We're going to learn them as 1-bar Bossa Nova patterns. So this way we don't have to learn so much at one time, and we can play the Bossa Nova with a 1-bar pattern. So that's what we're going to do to get started. Let's also make it easy on ourselves by just playing with open strings to start with. That way we don't have to wear our hand out holding down a bar chord. So let's just play open strings. That's going to make a nice jazz C6 chord. That was 1 bar. I can describe it as down, 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 up, up. Now if I cycle it around, it will describe like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to tap your foot with this pattern. And let's look at where the strums coordinate with the foot. Actually, let's look at this pattern as having 2 halves. There's 2 beats, and let's look at each beat as being separate. We're really going to put a microscope in here and take a look at it. The first beat will have down, down. The second half starts with a downbeat also and goes down, up, up. And then we just cycle it around from that point. Down, 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 up, up. And I start again. Down, 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 up, up. The challenge is going to be to keep your foot tapping steadily. And I'm going to tap it steady here and go slowly. And follow me and see if you can play along with me. 1, 2. Down, 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 up, up, 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 down, 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 up. It's right about this time in the lesson that I can see the look on some of my students' faces going, well, what's he talking about? Big deal. You tap your foot and you play this simple rhythm. Who can't do that? Well, it actually is kind of a big deal. Tapping your foot when you play, can be surprisingly challenging. The idea is you've got to keep a steady beat going all the time. It's your built-in metronome. You can't let it do something else. It has to be steady like a metronome. And you're doing all your playing up here. Whatever you're doing up here, that foot stays steady. And it'll rock your body a lot too, depending on how you do it. Some people do it rather silently. They tap a toe. But band players, jazz players, professional players, take a look at them on stage and you'll see a foot tapping almost everywhere. It's unusual not to see somebody tapping a foot. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, but it's there. Most of the time it's very easy to see and their whole body's rocking a lot of times while they're playing. You get this steady metronome. And this metronome effect that your body's filling up with is what brings to life what you're playing. It brings the rhythm into action. If you don't tap your foot, this becomes kind of an intellectual thing you're doing up here with your hands. This is your rhythm hand here, your right hand. And it's not going to feel the counterbalance necessary to make a rhythm. You need to have something to work against it for it to come to life. So the pep talk here with tapping your foot is to give you some pointers about it, because when you start doing it, you're going to then question, okay, shall I tap my toe? Shall I tap my heel? Shall I lift the whole foot up? Maybe I should use both feet, alternate. You can do all of those things and you can change them up any way you want to. If you haven't tapped your foot before, you will probably experience some fatiguing muscles and you're going to go, gee whiz, there's more to this than I thought. Because the longer you play, you're using those muscles a lot. I mean, you can sit there for a couple of hours playing because you're trying to learn some songs, and those muscles get a minor workout that you're going to feel. And then you might say, oh, I'm done tapping my toe, I'm going to go back to tapping my heel now. Whatever it takes, you just want to get that steady beat going. Okay, let's go back to our rhythm now with our foot tapping the beat and make sure we have it. Our foot's tapping. Let's evolve this basic bossa nova strum. I'm going to play a little differently this time. See if you can spot what I'm doing, and then I'll go back and talk about it. I'll use the changes to Girl from Ipanema. First chord for Girl from Ipanema, F6-9, spelling 2-2-3-3. 1, 2. Can you tell what I'm doing there? What I'm doing is dampening the upbeat, the first upbeat that I come to. By dampening the beat like this, it accents it. It turns it into a more percussive tone, and it's a percussive upbeat. It really gets an accent going. And how do I do that? I accomplish that by releasing the pressure on the string wherever I want to deaden it. So normally when you're pressing strings, it's like this. I've got my thumb pressing against my fingers and it's pressing pretty hard. All I do is release the pressure but leave the fingers on the string So the fingers remain, I'm pressing, pressing, and then I let up. There you can see my hand, the muscles just relax, but you've got to look pretty close. There, I'm playing them, but if I relax them, I get a completely dead sound. But what I've done is I've struck the strings and let up at the same time, so they won't ring. I'm just preventing them from ringing by this dampening effect when I release the pressure on my hand. So it's release, back down, release, back down, 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 release, up, down, 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 release, up, down, 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 release, down, 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 release, up, down, 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 release, down, 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 release. Now when I get here, I've got some open strings. It doesn't work quite as well. I can only really get the effect on the strings that I'm holding fingers down on. The two that are open, you can't do that. Like when we were playing the open chord by itself, there's no way to dampen it. Well, you might be able to, but you'll have to then bring your hand onto the string to make that happen. Now I'll take the same strumming pattern and play it even more percussively. See if you can tell what I'm doing. I'm going to use this same chord that's the first chord for Girl from Ipanema, F6-9, spelling 2-2-3-3. Can you tell what I'm doing there? I'm dampening every single strum. So every strum that I make, I am doing this, releasing the pressure so that it stops the ringing of the chord. So I take my hand off right away. With every single stroke, I'm just barely squeezing and then letting up the pressure so my fingers lay on the string. Now I'll take it through the whole first section of Ipanema so you can see how it sounds. Very percussive sound. It really gets the rhythm moving. Same strum. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. But this time I'm releasing the pressure every time. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. I was playing it a little bit quickly there too. You play it at any tempo you like. With no dampening, it's all down, 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 up. And with total dampening, now you can take part damped and part not damped. Or turn it around and... So it gets to be kind of an intuitive thing if you really get comfortable with how to let up on the strings. And it can just really create a lot of rhythm in your playing because you've got this extra percussiveness whenever you want it. It gives you a little accent. Let's take a look at another strumming pattern. We're going to call this one Part 2. And the first pattern we learned we're going to call Part 1. When we're done, we're going to see how we can fuse them both together. Okay, I'm going to wind up our Bossa Nova Strums for Ukulele lesson here in this short YouTube version. Now, if you'd like the full version of this lesson, please come to the website and get it there. It's about an hour long. Now, before I sign off, I would like to show those of you who play guitar how this Bossa Nova Strums pattern comes from the typical Bossa Nova pattern that guitar players play. Now, even if you don't play guitar, I think you'll appreciate what I'm going to show you. Here's what our one-bar Bossa Nova pattern sounds like on the guitar, and it's a very typical pattern for guitar players to play. Now, when we play a Bossa Nova pattern on the guitar like this, we have a bass note that keeps repeating a very steady pulse. And then we add the rhythm to it like this. We're pulling the strings, but this steady, insistent bass note sets up with the thumb. Now, how do we interpret this on the ukulele? Here's a C6-9 chord that I'm playing. I'm going to play a very similar chord on the ukulele. C6-9 down here. It spells 2-2-3-3. Now, we don't have the low strings on the ukulele. We can make our low note on the ukulele set up in a steady pulse in the same way with our thumb, but you've got to have a low G on your ukulele or this won't work. But here's the idea. We could get the steady pulse and then we'll pull the rhythm just like we do on the guitar. But it's not very satisfying. We really need the two low notes like we have on the guitar. So instead of trying to do something like that, what we do is take the rhythm pattern that's being played that goes dot, 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 pop, 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 pop. And instead of separating it with a bass note and pulling the strings, we just make it. And I describe the strums as down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. So it's the same rhythm pattern, but playing with a full strum instead of a separated bass line. So that's how we get our bossa nova strum for the ukulele. And it works for the 2-bar pattern very similarly. We just put the second half of the pattern on there. And that's what we'll get into in the full lessons. So come and get that on the website if you like. And if you come over to the website, you're going to find out that there's a bossa nova package where there's 3 videos actually. The one on bossa nova strums that continues what I was just getting into here on this YouTube version. And then 2 other videos where I'm giving lessons for each of the tunes that are in the Bossa Nova Classics book. Now the Bossa Nova Classics are the ones you think of as maybe the most popular bossa novas. I'm going over all the chords there, and I'm singing all the songs too, so I'm giving you a vocal presentation and showing you how to play some accompaniment. 1, 2.